Direct News TV. March 25, 2024. Fighting Spirit, How Myanmar's Resistance is Taking New Ground. Shan and Kaya States, Myanmar. The truck rocked violently as the driver attempted to maneuver the rough terrain of Shan State's dirt roads. As the wheels spun, trying to find traction, the PAO National Liberation Army, PNLA, soldiers inside exchanged glances, nervous about the battle to come, but composed and determined. The platoon was part of a convoy of vehicles making its way towards a small village, high in the mountains, ahead of a new offensive against Myanmar's armed forces and an armed group aligned with the military government that seized power in a coup in 2021. Armed with AK-47s, M16s, and rocket launchers, they plan to retake multiple outposts near Hopong Township in Shan State, in the east of the country. "We cannot attack directly, we have to check the area first and then attack slowly," a PLNA soldier named Kai Azin explained at a ridge a few kilometers away from the front line. Further to the north, a key road was under the control of the Myanmar military, preventing vital resources from being funneled to the PNLA and other armed resistance groups further south. Amid the constant threat of weaponized drones and airstrikes from military fighter jets, the PNLA said they expected the fight to last at least 30 days. As the sound of gunfire and mortar shelling ricocheted around the amber-colored hills, the fighters said they were confident they would win. The PNLA is riding the momentum of a series of victories for anti-coup fighters in northern Shan State since the Three Brotherhood Alliance launched Operation 1027 towards the end of last year. The coalition of three powerful ethnic armed organizations has taken control of hundreds of military outposts and dozens of towns in Shan and Rakhine states since the offensive began, and reinvigorated the campaign against the military in other parts of the country. Fighting has also escalated in Kaya State, Karenni, just south of Shan State. The Karenni National Defense Forces, KNDF, launched its own offensive on November 11, 2023, Operation 1111, aiming to take control of the state capital of Loikha. About half the city, controlled by the military since the coup, is now in the hands of the Karenni resistance. The KNDF has also taken control of Demiso, Mies, and Awarthit, as well as the strategically important township of Sheda. Commander Kuriedu was the leader of the attack on Sheda. "We entered the town very quickly," Kuriedu said of the offensive in February. "Once we finished their outposts, we could move inside to the main camp fast." The battle finally ended at the Golden Pagoda in the middle of the town. This is where the last standing SAC troops all died. The Myanmar ruling military, which calls itself the State Administration Council, SAC, has been fighting an armed resistance since launching a vicious crackdown on the mass protests that followed its February 1, 2021 coup. Kuriedu is one of KNDF's most fearsome fighters, although no taller or more muscular than the other men. His piercing eyes suggest an intense determination. Riedu says he has led multiple attacks on Myanmar forces. Others say he has killed dozens of SAC soldiers. Sheda's shattered buildings and burned-out landscape are testimony to the ferocity of the battle. Even 2 weeks later, the bodies of the ruling military's soldiers were out in the open and starting to decompose. The remaining buildings were pockmarked with bullet holes, while others had been destroyed by mortar shells and bombs. Emptied of its population of roughly 7,000, the streets were eerily quiet. The KNDF and Karenni Army, the armed wing of the Karenni National Progressive Party, which also operates in Kaya State, had been trying for about a month to push the military from 2 camps it had established on the hill above the town, which is close to Loikha and the Thai border and connects to southern Shan, another area of crucial importance for the resistance. Once the camps were overwhelmed, the military retreated to positions in the middle of Sheda and anti-coup fighters surrounded the town. In the early hours of February 12, they launched their final assault. Over a period of about an hour, they fired mortars at the soldiers who had holed themselves up in Sheda and targeted them with machine gun fire. The military, which has Russian fighter aircraft and continues to receive supplies of jet fuel despite calls for a boycott, began to bomb the area. All the villagers fled, said Dave Eubank, the founder of Free Burma Rangers, a non-profit organization of medics offering humanitarian assistance throughout Myanmar and beyond. The people of Sheda had taken refuge in a valley about 10 kilometers, 6 miles, to the north of the town. But even then, we were up in a hiding place with wounded villagers, and jets came in and tried to bomb us, tried to bomb the hiding place of the civilians, he said. Even while we were treating them, we still got hit by 32 airstrikes in 2 hours, Eubank said. At least 180 Myanmar military troops were killed in the offensive, while the Karenni resistance lost only 9 soldiers, according to Commander Kurietu. The Free Burma Rangers say at least 6 civilians were killed, 3 mothers, and 3 children, while a further 3 were injured. The group documents the casualties at each location where they provide medical support. The military spokesman did not reply to multiple calls for comment. Myanmar's state media carries regular reports suggesting successes by anti-coup forces are fake news. The KNDF and others being able to clear any significant military presence in so many parts of Karenni state is a major achievement, said David Scott Matheson, an independent analyst. It offers opportunities to expand supply chains, for the war effort, but also humanitarian support and the potential for trade and livelihoods to assist in reconstruction. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.